Peace and power, family. Welcome back to Tips for Creators with B. All right, so we're trying to get into this new moon, new month reading. I did a 9-deck pull, only 8 decks had something to say. So we're just going to get right into it, okay? The first tip is to lead with your heart and trust your feelings, right? This came from the card Goddess of Cups, right? And what I got from this message was that a lot of us are too in our heads. We're worrying, we're overthinking, and we're moving from this place of logic when we need to be moving from a place of our feelings. How do you feel? A lot of us are so disconnected from our feelings that we're getting ourselves into situations that are not good for us because we're not listening to our feelings and we're not listening to our body. So trust your feelings and lead with your heart. First tip of today. The next tip is to get out of your comfort zone. It has you stuck and the world is your oyster, okay? We got the Two of Wands in reverse, okay? And you see she's sitting on an oyster, right? And the world is literally the oyster, right? So what I got from that is that we are stuck in our comfort zone again. We're in our heads thinking this is what we're used to, this is what we're normal, this is how it goes, when we need to be in our feelings and getting out of our comfort zone. So yes, we're going to feel uncomfortable, but we need to do that because we've been stuck in these same ways that are not working for us. Okay? So get out of your comfort zone. It has you stuck. The world is your oyster. All right, that's tip number 2. Tip number 3 comes from the 7 of machetes. Okay, you can see tied up with the blindfold on and everything. And the message I got from this card was use the lessons not to make the same mistake again. It's time to do something different, right? So what is coming up is we've been in these situations before. As creatives, we've gotten to this place where we're doing these things, and right now we are not using our lessons of the past, right? It didn't work in the past. You didn't get the results you wanted in the past, but yet you're still doing the same thing. We have to use those lessons of the past and those mistakes of the past to do something different, okay? We have to get into our creative bag. We have to pay attention to what's going on around us, and we have to do something different, right? We have to use those old mistakes and not keep repeating them thinking that we're going to get something different, or thinking that, oh, it must have been the time, or maybe I didn't do it well enough, or blah, 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 blah. Do something different, okay? Because we have ourselves trapped and blindfolded from the possibilities, right? All right, the next card is Breakthrough. I love these cards. Breakthrough. And the message I got from that card is know that you deserve and ride out the storm, okay? It's going to be uncomfortable, right? It's going to be hard. It's going to be even complicated because we're doing things that we've never done before, okay? So you have to believe that you are worth whatever the end goal is. Whatever you're trying to reach, whatever you want to do, you have to believe in your heart that you deserve it, and you have to ride out the storm. You have to ride out the kinks. You have to ride out the new mistakes. You have to ride it out in order to get to where you actually want to be, okay? The next one was surrender. Look at her hair's on fire. And this one says, surrender to the journey. Okay, so what that basically is saying is that you have to be open to taking new steps. You have to let go of control, and you have to be willing to be pushed in a direction that is right for you, that is going to get you to what you want. You've already decided what you want. You already know what your long-term goal is, and if you don't, you need to get clear on that first. That's probably why you don't know what you're doing or where you're going, because you don't have your long-term goal. You need to get clear on your long-term goal and then follow your heart to it. It knows what you want is going to lead you in the right direction. Read The Alchemist if you ain't read it. And if you have, you know why I mentioned it. All right, the next 2 are affirmation cards, right? And the first affirmation card says, are you truly happy? And do what the fuck you want, right? And the message I really got from that is that if you're not truly happy, only you know what you must do. So do it. Okay? If you're not happy with the results that you're getting, if you're not happy with what's going on in your life, if you're not happy with the people you're around, you are the only one that knows what is going to actually make you happy. So do it. It's not going to work no other way. Nobody else is going to come into your life to make you happy. No other job, no other creative opportunity is going to come into your life and make you happy. You are the only one who knows what's going to make you happy, and you are the only one who's going to be able to make it happen. Okay? The next card said, I am a walking conscious manifestation. And what I got from that is you've manifested this life. Now get clear and keep going, right? So you got yourself to this point. All of the ideas you came up with, every decision that you've made so far has gotten you to where you are right now. And at some point in your life, this is where you wanted to be. If not, you wouldn't have done the things that got you here, right? So at some point in your life, this is what you wanted, and now you're here. It worked. Now get clear on where you're trying to go next. Remember that long-term goal, and keep going. You have to keep going. Maybe the idea has changed. Maybe there are new circumstances. Get clear on where you're trying to go and what you have to do, and keep going. Okay? You've done it so far. Keep going. This next one is a self-care card, and it talks about mirror work, right? And basically what it's saying is like you need to look yourself in the eyes, in the mirror, and affirm yourself. Give thanks to yourself. Love on your body, whether you do it in a nude, whether you do it with your favorite outfit on, whatever. You need to look yourself in the eye, in the mirror, and affirm the person that you want to be, the person that you are, the person that you're going to be, right? The person that you were. Affirm that that's who you had to be to get to where you are today, and that's amazing. And I did the damn thing because here I am. Right? You have to do some mirror work. And if you need to do it in your phone or whatever. But you need to look yourself in the eye and affirm so that you can register in your brain that you really believe the shit that you're saying. Right? Eye contact is important. Alright, the next cards were some question cards. And the first card was, am I apologizing for my truth? Okay? And the message I got from this is stop apologizing for choosing you. Courage is contagious. Being you will inspire others to do the same, right? So what it basically came up for me in that was people creators especially, are apologizing for not wanting to go with the grain, with not wanting to do what everybody else is doing, with thinking outside of the box, right? And you got to apologize for wanting to live different than the people around you. You don't have to apologize. You do not have to apologize. You need to stop apologizing. Okay? There is nothing wrong with wanting to be different, with wanting to make different decisions and wanting to do new things, right? Stop apologizing. Stop shrinking. Okay? And be you. Because courage is contagious. It's courageous to do something different in this world. It's courageous to think outside of the box. So do it. Be courageous. Be yourself. Because you being yourself will inspire the next motherfucker to do them. And stop worrying about you. Okay? When you worry about yourself, when you take care of yourself, you inspire others to do that. To worry about themselves. To go within and stop looking without and judging without. Right? So be courageous, be you, and stop apologizing for that shit. The next card says, to where does my soul want to travel? And the message I got from that is, it's time to see something different. What you got going on around you ain't it. The environment you've been trying to create in ain't it. It's time to see something different. It's time to travel. It's time to go to new places and do new things. Okay? It's time for something new. It's time to switch it up. Switch up the environment. All right? And the last card is, am I getting enough rest to restore my energy and fully show up to my life? Okay? No. None of us is. Maybe you are, though. But the message that came up was, you are the asset. The more you rest, the more you can create, right? So you are the moneymaker. You are the brand. You are the creative. You are the idea generator. You are what is most important. Listen to your body. Take care of your body. Take care of yourself. Take care of your mental. Take care of your spiritual, because you are the asset. Okay? And the more you rest, the more you let your body rest, the more you can think clearly and the more you can create. I don't think it's nothing more that needs to be said about that. Lay your ass down. Okay, the next one are ways we can love ourselves more. Okay? And the first one says, I am deeply rooted in a foundation of unconditional love. And what came up for me from that was, you must love yourself unconditionally to remain grounded in the storm. Right? So remember earlier I mentioned it's going to get hard. It's going to get sticky. It's going to get icky. Right? Because we're trying new things. We're going new places. We're using our imagination in different ways. We are resting and new ideas are just coming up. Right? So you have to love yourself unconditionally and trust that love to be grounded in the storm, to make it through all of the mistakes, to make it through all the failures, because they're going to come. It's going to happen because we're trying new things, right? Nobody is perfect, and most people don't get that shit right the very first time. So you're going to have to love yourself unconditionally, regardless of the outcome of whatever you do, in order to remain grounded and to continue to fight and push towards your long-term goal. Okay? The next one says, I am paying attention to myself, my thoughts, my feelings, my heart, and my soul. Right? And what came up for me from that was, pay attention to how you are showing up and adjust as needed. Okay? So, again, back to the body, right? Your feelings, your heart is going to tell you when something ain't right. Pay attention to that shit. Trust your intuition. It's soft, it's calm, and it's letting you know that this is where you are at, right? And if it's not where you want to be, move. Adjust as necessary. Move. You have the right. You have the right to be happy. Move. Okay? Pay attention to your body. Pay attention to your mental. Pay attention to your heart. If something's not right, if it doesn't feel good, move. And remember, when you try new things, it's gonna be uncomfortable. Just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's not what you need. Okay? Just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean that it's not the thing that's gonna make that difference in your life. Okay? And the last card was the Six of Water. No, reset that. In reverse. And the message that came up for me from that was, allow yourself to renew your customs and styles according to the times. If it's not aligned with you, it's probably reliving the troubles of your parents, right? So basically what I think that is trying to say is that if you keep on doing the same shit because that's how you was brought up, that's how you raised, that's what people doing around you, you're going to keep living the same problems of people who raised you, the society around you. You're going to keep having those same problems because you're not letting yourself move and adjust to new customs and new styles and ways of being. You're not allowing yourself to be your true self. You're trying to blend in. And if you try to blend in, you're going to have the same problems of those you blending with. Okay? So allow yourself to be different, to do new things, to believe new things, to embody new things. Because if you don't, you're just going to have the same old problems. Okay? All right, y'all. So those are the tips for the new moon and the new month. I hope it's helpful. I love y'all.